We did our final project on female roles in the two movies Y Tu Mama Tambien and El Poloquito. We will be discussing the similarities and differences between the two women, Luisa and Pelu, and how they are both role models to the male characters.
In both the films, the women held a big role in the coming-of-age aspect. For example, when Luisa takes the ride with Tenoch and Julio, she opens up a whole new world to the boys. And then Pelu gives Polaco the first experience of first love. And then also is there during the period of him transitioning from childhood to becoming a man. So
I'm going to talk about Luisa in relation to Julio and Tenoch. And she's kind of a mediator between the two boys. So like whenever they're like arguing or fighting, she kind of like calms them down and makes the situation a lot less hectic. And she definitely helped them with maturity and like just help them to like coming of age and becoming men instead of young boys who just mess around. She kind of gives them a more grown-up look about life rather than just like messing around all the time and going swimming and like how like life is not about just having fun, and she gives a more serious aspect to their lives. She kind of grounds them and brings them to reality in a sense and shows them like how to live life to the fullest but still like be mature about it. And she's like a truth teller. She tells them how it is. She doesn't sugarcoat anything, which I feel like they have been shown their whole life is just sugarcoating, and they don't really know like how reality is in Mexico, and then she kind of brings them to reality and shows them. And both of them are provided a sexual outlet through Luisa. She kind of brings like their sexuality to like the surface, and they like discover themselves as sexual people. And she's a grounding force that brings them to the adult world through sexuality and through maturity. She brought out the dark truths that the boys like had to know, and then that like she had, and through their road trip she kind of just made them realize a lot of things about themselves and about her and their lives and Mexico and the like harsh realities that occur.
in El Poloquito, you have Pelu, Polaco, and then the other guy, Vieja. And Pelu kind of, again, like Luisa, acted as a mediator for the two boys. They both had feelings for Pelu, and she kind of went back and forth between them. But she looked at Polaco as like her younger brother, but then farther into the film, she kind of helps him with his first love and the coming of age kind of aspect for him as well. She also acted as a mental support system for Polaco. And then in Vieja's case, acted as a sexual outlet. But it was like nothing serious he really thought about until he actually had to encounter Polaco and Pelu caught in the act of having sex together. And so then he had feelings for her, but he doesn't know how to project them in the right way. So it kind of shows him that, or Pelu shows him that it's okay to have feelings, but it also acts as a mediator between the two because she has to pick between, or she just doesn't pursue anything else with them. It also causes Vieja to care also. But in Polaco's case, without Pelu, he wouldn't have been able to take a more adult role in society, as he is trying to figure out a new way to gather money or make money because he's hit that weird stage of the childhood and becoming a man. So Pelu, again, acts as someone to help with the coming of age. for both of them, and maybe bringing Vieja into a new stage in his life. So that is our final project on the analysis of the female roles in Y Tu Mamá También and El Poloquito.